All right, NHL standings as of November 10th. Here we go. Let's start with the Eastern Division. Carolina still at the top with just one loss. They are followed by the Rangers and the Caps. Blue Jackets are a team to watch in this division. They have had a strong push over the last week. They've moved up 2 spots. And I know this division's pretty tight. There's like 1 or 2 point differentials between the placements. So might not be a huge thing, but it's still, I mean, there's a few jumps throughout the divisions that we'll go through, like teams to keep an eye on. But I would say the Blue Jackets, I would keep an eye on them. Like I said, moving up 2 spots. We are still seeing the Pens in last place in their division, only by a couple points. So I don't think it's time to panic just yet. For any Pens fans watching, I don't think it's time to panic just yet. But it is kind of concerning that Crosby was also out. He just got back from his injury, and then he was out on COVID protocol just a few days later, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not 100% if he's come back yet or not. But I think once he does come back and get into his routine and kind of get the team a bit more structured, they should start to climb the standings. And then again, Carolina, like I said, Freddie's helping them out, and they're just having success all around, offense, defense. It looks like nothing can really destroy them as of yet, but I mean, the harder you climb, the harder you fall. So we'll see what happens. And then this division overall, I just wanted to mention, it's strong overall. I had said this when I was making my predictions. It's one of the toughest divisions out there, and you can tell because of how close they are in the standings. Even though it's still early to be talking about the goal differentials between standing positions and everything, but they are within 8 points from top to bottom. So from Carolina to the Pens, it's only 8 points, which is the smallest differential in the league. So these teams are very, very close to one another. So this division will get interesting. I feel like even just within the next week, there's going to be tons of movement between those teams. So then the Atlantic Division, we have Florida that sits first, only 3 losses and 21 points. Detroit is in second, and they are followed by Tampa in third. Leafs moved up to fourth. They are within 1 point of second place. So again, the placements here, they're still very, very close in terms of point differential. And then Sabres, they dropped off big time. I remember last week, funny enough, you can go back to last week's NHL standings video. I remember saying that they were doing a lot better than people had said they were going to do. And they kind of started to, and I said, watch out for them because they are most likely going to start dropping off, and they started dropping off. So they were in second last week, and they have dropped to 6th place. So maybe come next week, maybe we will see them drop further. But this division, speaking of that, this division also sees 2 of the lowest performing teams in the league in Ottawa and Montreal. So it could also be possible that the Sabres keep that spot, unless they go on a huge losing streak and then Ottawa is able to catch up, or Montreal is able to catch up. But I think they might be safe where they are in terms of the Sabres. But back to the Sens and the Habs. Both have 7 points, and they're just having a really hard time playing hockey right now. Nothing is going their way, and they're having a difficult time. Ottawa is on a 3-game losing streak, and the Habs goal differential is -20, which is the 3rd lowest in the league. So yeah, they're just having not a very good time right now. And then separating first and last place is 14 points between. So it's a bigger differential, and I think part of that is because we have Ottawa and Montreal there, so they're kind of creating a bigger differential there. So moving on to the Central Division, St. Louis sits in first with 17 points, and they are followed by the Wild and the Jets, who are close behind. They are just within 1 and 2 points of the Blues. This division is also home to the worst team in the league right now, who is also having trouble playing hockey as we speak, which is the Coyotes. They have only 3 points. Just 1 win and 1 OT loss. that makes up their 3 points. They also have the worst goal differential in the league with -30. So, yeah, that's how it's going there. And then in terms of the goal differential point differential between the first and last place team in the Central Division, it's 14 points. So, same as the Atlantic. So, yeah, whatever you want to take that to mean. And then Pacific Division, last but not least, actually, I do think of it as the easiest division, but let's not go into that again. So the Oilers are sitting in first. We're not going to revisit that topic again. Go watch my other videos if you want to hear me talk about that. They have 18 points, rather. They are followed by Calgary and the Ducks. Kraken take last place in this division with just 9 points. They are not performing how people hoped, I would say. Oh, actually, I think there are more people that knew they weren't going to repeat what Vegas did than people who thought they were going to repeat what Vegas did, if any of what I just said makes sense. But they are sitting in last place in the Pacific Division with 9 points. Teams to watch out for. So I said that there were teams, so I said to watch out for the Blue Jackets. Now, in this division, I would keep an eye on the Ducks and LA over the next week. The Ducks have a 5-game win streak, and the Kings have a 6-game win streak. So they are on the up and up. The Ducks made a huge climb going from 7th to 3rd, and LA made another big climb going from 8th to 5th place. So I would definitely keep an eye on those two teams. Keep an eye on the Blue Jackets. Keep an eye on the Sabres to see if they have any other moves left in them. See if they can get back to 2nd place. Maybe not. But those are the updated NHL standings as of November 10th. Come back next week for more updates on the standings.